It looks like we are live. Hello, everyone. I am Brooke. Let me go ahead and mute a couple things because I am real ADD, y'all. Okay. All right. Cool. Let's go ahead and get started. All right. I am so excited to have this chat with y'all today. You know, we are living in a time on this planet of mass censorship, mass denial and repression of information, massive disinformation, where people are intentionally spreading information that is not accurate, not real, misinformed. We're experiencing a time of lies by omission, where you leave out the juicy details. Just a moment, make sure all of this is working, and then we'll really dive in here. Sometimes technology and y'all. Sometimes. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about how do you decipher the truth from a lie. And, before we get into that, we got to talk about this, y'all. The most loving, potent thing, the most powerful thing that you can do for yourself and for your life is this work right here. This is the most important conversation we could possibly be having together. So if you're tuning in, welcome. Thank you for being here. If you do not know how to decipher the truth, if you do not know how to discover and uncover what is true for you, you will forever be misled and misguided, and you will find yourself in situations and saying yes to things that your being does not actually desire or choose. All right? So thank you. Thank you for being here. This is a courageous thing to do. This is a bold thing to do. This is really the revolution. It begins within ourselves, and it begins with this willingness to actually tap into what is true for you. When you begin to tap into what is true for you and you follow the truth, you become congruent all the way through you. The truth is actually what connects yourself to your source. You become an energetic conduit through which energy, well-being, abundance, ease, flow, creativity, joy, peace, all the things that are your birthright become available to you when you tap into what is true. Now, here's what happened, unfortunately. A long time ago, we had a whole bunch of people that wanted to control us. They still want to control us. Why? Well, because when you control somebody else, when you siphon their power and their energy from them, you actually get high off of that attachment. There is an energetic surge, there is a chemical rush within your body, and they get high off of controlling other people. They get high off of dictating where we go with our lives, and they have figured out ways to control us that include programming and poison and parasitic behavior. Okay? So I want to tell you first and foremost, you've probably been buying and believing a whole bunch of bullshit your entire life. A whole bunch of BS belief systems and judgments and lies that aren't actually true for you. And because you've been buying them, because you've been taking them home and making them your own and making them real, because you've been buying lie as truth, you've been creating it in your own reality. Now, you're an energetic being. You've got this really cool meat suit, this skin suit technology that we get to drive around. And we'll talk more fully about this in the B space, so come dive into our workshops, okay, because we'll be going into depth in this in that group here in a minute. You are an energetic being. Your entire body is a giant energetic antenna, and all the time you are having these energies come and hit you. come in contact with you. And you are perceptive of them by nature. Now, your entire being is actually hardwired to run on the fuel and the energy of the truth. Of the truth. When you are tapped into truth, it is like putting premium grade jet fuel into your system. You suddenly have health and well-being, financial flows, ease. You're in the right place at the right time because you are being true. You have nothing blocking that energetic conduit between source and self. You are free to flow. Now, when you are buying a bunch of lies, what happens is this is distorted. It is not true. So it causes all kinds of blocks and barricades to be placed in this conduit. If you can just imagine, like you've got a big pipe, like a big pipe with flowing water. And the water is supposed to just be totally free flowing, powerful, yet gentle and life-giving. And it is meant to just gush. But the lies, the untruths, the distortions that we are programmed with create all kinds of debris in the pipe. If y'all have ever had like a clogged pipe or a clogged toilet at home, you know what I'm talking about. It can cause a real shitty situation real quick, right? So when the water's not flowing and there's all kinds of debris and you've pulled up all of these walls around you, you've actually cut yourself off from the very energy that is meant to flow through you to sustain you. Now that's not okay with your being, because remember, your being is meant to actually run on the fuel of the truth. And so as long as you are buying lies, you're cutting yourself off from that fuel. You're cutting yourself off from everything that you actually truly, authentically desire. And you're creating a whole bunch of roadblocks and a whole bunch of barricades and a whole bunch of wake-up calls in your reality to try to get you away from the lie and back to the truth. Now, lies will show up in all kinds of ways all over your reality, all over your world. It'll show up in your body. It'll show up as dis-ease, lack of ease within your body. So just take a minute, scan yourself a little bit. Take a deep breath. Let your energy come back down into your body. So many people are so stressed and so traumatized all the time that their bodies are so uncomfortable that their energy will actually retract up and kind of out towards the ceiling. And then you have this feeling of like being on autopilot or watching somebody else live your life. So bring that energy now back down into you. And just begin to notice. Maybe start at your head, like you're in the shower and you're just feeling it scan and run over your whole body. And just begin to notice. How's the energy flowing? Is there anywhere that this energy flowing over me maybe is having a harder time moving? Is having a harder time flowing? Is there anywhere within my body that feels a little bit tight? Okay. So like right now as I'm doing this, I'm feeling some tension in my shoulders. I know that when I have tension in my shoulders, there's a lie there. I've got some stuff going on. And this is like, you've got too much on your shoulders. You're carrying too much. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dive down that rabbit hole for you. I see some tension here. Oh gosh, okay, I've been carrying too much. I'm trying to shoulder too much. What have I been trying to shoulder too much? Well, damn. I've been trying to do it all myself. Huh. Okay, I've been thinking that I have to do it all by myself. That I have to carry it all? Oh gosh, it's already freeing itself up. Like all I have to do is shine the freaking flashlight, shine my awareness, my consciousness on the lie, range of motion back. That's literally it. I mean, gosh, once you discover the lie, I don't have to do it all by myself. What's the truth? I have an entirely incredible growing team of people that actually love what we're up to and want to be a part of it. Hi, y'all. That's the truth. I'm provided for. I'm taken care of. I don't have to do it all by myself. They're marvelous people that are better at things than I could ever be, and I can have them assist me. Oh, look. It's like, guys, it's literally gone. It's that easy. Okay? So the lies will show up. They'll show up in your physical body, and they'll show up as tension. They'll show up as like icky feelings. A lot of times when I'm buying a lie, I feel really small. Really inadequate. Kind of like I'm dying. Feel squished. When I'm buying a lie, what came through my mouth the other day was I felt like fungus on the bottom of a cow pie. Not the psychedelic kind. Okay, so check in with yourself. Like, how are you feeling? Because this world will try to get you. The way that they get you to buy the lies is they want you to just mind fuck yourself. They want you to become a mental basket case where you sit there and you try to figure it out and figure it out and figure it out. No, that doesn't make sense. Truth doesn't necessarily make sense. It's not linear. Okay? And when you've been brainwashed your whole life, and we all have, truth certainly is not going to line up with anything that you mentally think, because all of that is just BS belief systems anyway. All right? If you want to decipher the truth, you've got to get your head out of the way and drop your energy back into your body. It is a being thing. It is a body thing. All right, and then I wanted to talk about this. So people have a tendency, when they are buying the lie, they will follow past emotion rather than present energy. Now, that is a big conundrum, because if you were following past emotion, and let's dive down this rabbit hole just a little bit, okay? When you go through something really hard in your life, when you experience a trauma, and I know every single one of us has, honestly, it's why we're doing this work. It's because we all require some support and some community and a village, rather than this isolation thing that they've created. When you go through something hard, when you experience a trauma, if you are not equipped, and equipped means like your baseline stress level is at the right place, you're rocking your nutrition, your sleep is on point, you're feeling great, right? Like there's a lot of things that can affect your ability to handle a moment. If you are not equipped to handle a moment as the moment is happening, what happens is a bit of your psyche actually gets stuck at that moment in time, and it gets kind of like packaged away and hidden away in the shadows. And the emotion that you were feeling at that time gets stored somewhere in your body. A lot of people that are walking around carrying an extra weight, they're carrying a lot of extra emotional baggage that they don't need to carry around. You can start to let go of it. Your body will come back into homeostasis very quickly. Okay, we don't need to carry it anymore. But we store these emotions within our body, and they cause all kinds of aches and pains, because emotion is actually meant to be energy and motion. You're not meant to get stuck up on the story and carry it around forever. So when you package this emotion away, what you're really packaging away is you're taking what happened and your distorted view, which is your story about what happened. They're two different things, okay? There's what actually happened, and then there's the story you made up because of how it made you feel. And we'll take this story and we'll take all of this emotion and we will store it because it is hard to deal with. So maybe you went through something that had you alter how you view yourself. Maybe you went through something that was so challenging that it rocked you to your core. Maybe you've been going through some grief. Maybe you had people a long, long time ago that treated you in a way that you never should have been treated, darling, ever. You never deserved it. And at the time, you didn't know how to deal with it, and so you stuffed it away and you put it somewhere within your body. And now a lot of us are having a lot of this old emotion, this old stuff come up that has been stored for a very long time. And it will cause emotion to come through your body. All right? Now, emotion has a story attached to it. So if you feel something come up and your head starts going, let that stuff come. Let the emotion come up. Let it flow. It's meant to be in motion. But don't let yourself make decisions based off of that story that is running in your head. Because it's just a story. All right? That is past energy. Past emotion. Stuck energy. Now, you can have present energy. Present energy is like if you just take a moment, you quiet your mind, you sink down into your body, and you just become aware. All right, just notice how your body's feeling. I'm going to say some words and we're going to bring up some energies. And I just want you to feel within your body if you can notice a difference as I say these different words and call up these different energies. Okay, because the truth and a lie will feel different in your body. They'll feel different. What if I say, you're not enough? You're not enough. You're never going to be enough. You're not capable. Your dreams, they aren't possible. You're never going to make it. You're a scam. You're a failure. You are too small. You are too weak. You are too old. You are too broken. You don't deserve it. How do you feel? Kind of like I'm going to vomit. When I uncover a lie, that's what it feels like for me. I feel like I might puke. I feel small and I feel squished. So I just want you to notice, how do you feel when I say those things to you? You should be ashamed. You're not perfect. You're never going to make it. Okay, now how many of those things that I just said have you been, well, first off, didn't they make you feel like crap? Okay, how many of those things that make you feel like crap, that are clearly a lie, how many of those things have you been buying as real and repeating as truth in your own mind? Y'all, the sooner you can let go of believing every damn thing that you think, the sooner you'll be free. Because this thing, when it says those things to you, it is simply repeating somebody else's limited reality and their perception and their feelings about themselves. Okay, if someone else has ever said those things to you, that is their issue. And if it makes you feel like crap, you don't buy it. You don't follow it. And you set off, you become fierce in your dedication to discovering what is actually true instead. Fierce. Okay? Now, y'all might have some stories and some things that came up that were attached to some emotions as I was saying that. Your unconscious mind is so intelligent. Your higher self loves you so much. It will only present that which you are now ready to release, to become aware of, and to deal with. So if you've got some really uncomfortable stuff coming up in your life right now, it is because you are ready to be done with it. It is because you are now big enough, strong enough, fearless enough to face it. How'd you feel when I said that? Okay? What if I say you are infinite? You are powerful beyond belief. You are loved and you are known by this energy that resides within yourself. You are directly connected to your source. You deserve abundance, well-being, ease, peace, joy, generative, contributory connections, magic, magnificence, luxury. You deserve to have a life where you feel in awe, where you are caught up in play and fun. Oh, I just got chills. Ha! I found the truth. I'm all tingly now. For me, it's like my head gets all tingly. When my higher self is talking to me, my nose starts to itch. I get a little tickle. Feels like, when I'm afraid, the hairs on the back of my neck will stand up and it's like, fight. When I feel the truth, though, it's like a tingling on my hair, like my hairs on my head are getting a big signal coming through, and it'll tingle. So messed up my hair. It'll tingle all the way down my body to my feet, and it'll come all the way back up again. And that is my sign. It is like a full being sign that I am in the right place at the right time. Okay? Now, I got to say this, and then we're going to dive off, and we're going to dive into the deep end in the workshop in the B space. If you'd like to join us, you can meet us over there. It's on Mighty Networks. Okay. Y'all can do this exercise. I challenge you, I double dog dare you to begin to question every single thing that you come in contact with. I invite you to begin to play with this, to really get the feeling of, is this true or is this a lie? So I want you to look at the things that you're thinking, the things that you're saying about yourself. I want you to look at like what the other people are saying to you, maybe about you or about your reality or about the world that we're living in. And I just want you to ask yourself, is this true? And I want you to just notice what you begin to feel in your energy. And I want you to begin to become aware of it. Now, 51% of you have an inner authority. You have a way of deciphering truth that is through your solar plexus. So like here, if y'all are getting a real squirrely feeling and you feel like maybe someone punched you there, or like that space is really shrinking in on you, you're following a lie. Now, if you really feel, you notice, like, even as I said this, my shoulders went back, my rib cage opened up. If you notice this place expanding, okay, like you're on a path that is true for you, that is more true for you. Now, because most people, 51%, and we can dive into the rest of this, I'm not a human design expert, but I'm sure one will pop up, and we'd love to have you teach us if you're in our network. 51% of you, though, need this, and you actually need to ride the wave of emotion. So when you go to make a choice, you're actually going to feel kind of a roller coaster. You're going to feel some good. You're going to feel some bad. Don't make a choice at the high or the low. Okay? Don't make choices when you are feeling crazy high or crazy low. This is coming from a formerly bipolar girl. Okay? If you are making decisions out of being super depressed or super manic, you're not, like, the B space, the space of the truth is like here. It's somewhere in the middle. It's not these extremes. Okay? So ride the wave, let yourself actually come back to calm, and then choose. Then you'll actually be able to decipher what's true for you. Now, others of you might just get a sense that's just a knowing. I don't know how I know, but I know. Some of you might feel it like I feel it, top of my head, through my being. When I know that something is for me, I know it's really for me. And for me, it's like I'm being pulled through my heart space forward. Okay? When someone else is trying to get me to do something that I don't want to do, it feels like someone is kicking me from behind. Y'all need to actually give yourselves the time and the space. The space. Space means like you've got some quiet, you are alone. You're not flooding your senses with nonsense for at least a little while every day, so you can get quiet, so you can actually tap into yourself and see what's true for you. And I promise you, if you do this and you begin to listen to what is actually true for you, your life. Not some watered down version of somebody else's, but your life is the life that will begin to open up for you, and it will open up with ease and with grace. And you will be in the right place at the right time, and you will be provided for. I just got chills. Often down to the penny, in the nick of time, at the perfect moment, in a way beyond anything you ever could have imagined. Okay, it is the easy button for your life. But until you step out of the lie, you will never have access to that easy button. All right. This is where we're going to part ways. If you are joining us on Facebook or on YouTube, we do have an entire new network. It is called the B Space, where we are deep diving into this. If you'd like to be on the hot seat, please reach out. We do accept donations and sponsorships for that. And we really have just wanted to cultivate a spiritual play space where you can come and play and be your creative, ever-evolving self. All right, much love to y'all, and if you are in the B Space or on the Zoom, I'll see you in just a moment. Have a great one.